How are you really?
I feel off, as though something is wrong. I've got that wake up in the middle of the night worried kind of feeling. I can't put my finger on what it is or why I'm on edge.
Got cancer. I'm in my 20s. Haven't told anyone at work yet.
I'm a living embodiment of the phrase I don't know.
I just got back from an amazing date after having my closest friendship for the past 2 years go up in flames last week. Wasn't sure how I was going to get through this, but now I have some faith.
8. 6/10 if I get this job. Back to 2. 03/10 if I don't. Not fantastic. Have to get up in 6 hours and I haven't even started getting ready for bed yet.
Indoor smoking used to be everywhere 50 years ago. What will be considered unthinkable 50 years from now?
Having to hold your phone. Disposable plastic for everyday items.
The massive amount of sugar in our food supply.
Big parking lots without car charging stations.
How long it takes to process information. Want to send every movie made in 2045 in an email, probably gone too, done. Want to compute literally anything? Done in an instant.
The first picture of a black hole will be revealed next week. What do you think it will look like?
Degree.
It won't be your average everyday darkness. It will be advanced darkness.
Our most recent visual predictions have it looking like this. Still, that would be ridiculous resolution to ask for.
Obviously anyone that looks at the picture will have their eyeballs sucked out. Extremely bright with a globe of darkness at its heart.
I think it won't look like a photograph. Probably a grainy image in some spectrum that doesn't really mean anything to the layman.
Depends on the resolution. If it is a first picture, the quality is probably gonna be shite and it's gonna have somewhere around a few dozen pixels that will only be useful for scientists analyzing it.
Women of Reddit, what are some things guys think are cool but are really a turn off?
Trying to hit on a woman by telling her how unattractive you find other types of women, i.e. telling a bigger woman how ugly you think skinny women are or vice versa. Being mean to people. Some guys think they have to be mean to be manly. Give me a kind one any day.
Bragging about your sex life. I don't want to know how many girls want you. It literally does nothing for me except think you maybe are kinda a tool to girls.
Bragging about fights or going to jail. Literally no one cares.
Dick pics. Never in my life have I ever asked for one or even wanted to receive one, yet men hand them out like business cards. Please stop.
What is the stupidest conspiracy theory you've ever heard?
That weathermen are in cahoots with grocery stores to cause panic buying of bread and milk by exaggerating chance of major snowstorms.
There's another sun at the center of the Earth.
Planet X is going to crash into and destroy the Earth very soon, and we won't even see it coming.
There are people alive that believe that there are aborted fetal cells in Coke and bull semen in Red Bull.
That we bombed Hiroshima to destroy the alien base underneath it.
Almond, hemp, and other milks are meant to slowly lead the general public away from drinking cow's milk so that the price would deflate and enable the US to weaponize it.
What is something nice going on in your life right now?
Changing jobs to something much closer to home so I can spend more time with my family, newborn twins.
My relationship with my wife went from ready to file for divorce to slowly loving our relationship again.
Tulips, daffodils, hyacinths, and Johnny jump-ups are poking their heads out of the ground after a long, cold winter.
I'm getting my own place in a month. Just a tiny 1BR app, but it's all mine. Edit. Thanks for the love, everyone. And thank you to the anonymous gold giver.
Redditors who've worked in escape rooms, what's the stupidest thing a person has done trying to solve the puzzle?
I went to one once where they informed us on the way and you will find keys. They go in padlocks. The outlets on the wall are real and not hidden locks. For the love of God, please do not stick keys in them.
I started as a prop builder / repair guy at one a few months ago, so thank you Dumbos for the job security, but the answer is never under the wallpaper. Stop tearing the fucking wallpaper down.
All the clues in mine had to do with a light. So we all started agreeing we needed to dismantle the ceiling light. A note came under the door saying don't.
In 1950, the world's human population was 2.5 billion. By 2050, the estimated world's population will be 9.8 billion. How do you think this will affect us?
More poop and plastic.
The lines at Space Mountain will be really long.
I read the population projections in the 70s, 80s and 90s. The actual curve turned out to be much flatter than expected. We're almost as good at eliminating people as we are at making them.
If we continue to abuse and misuse antibiotics, you can kiss things like surgery and modern medicine goodbye.
I think we are very vulnerable to some kind of food crisis, water crisis or global pandemic. We simply can't depend on things like oceans or mountain ranges to contain a crisis.
More homeless, I guess.
It's only a matter of time before some sort of super plague catches up with us. We are just begging for a pandemic at that point.
What did you think you were really good at, until you watched someone else do it?
Making balloon animals. I thought I was good at it, making flamingos, eagles, beavers, giraffes, etc., until a pro made a giant squid out of multiple balloons, that he called his kraken.
I used to think I was pretty good at chess. Whenever I asked my friends to play after school I would always beat them. Then I actually joined in a chess club, and never won a game again.
Running, you think you'll be okay until the kids in track start jogging.
What's an interesting Reddit rabbit hole that is great for getting lost in for hours?
r/AskReddit.
The dude who wrote about being a park ranger. And the creepy stuff he sees. Exaggerated fantasy maybe, but a great read. I don't know if I would call it a rabbit hole, but I spent a good hour at least reading the comments in the story about the guy who broke both of his arms.